What's poppin', T Squad? It's Keisha and Mo, and we're back with a new episode of Since You Asked. Sorry we've been gone so long, but we had shit to do. But we're back. So let's start with question number 1, and it is subject sensitive information. It says, hey Keisha and Mo, I'm going to jump right into this and make it as short as possible. A few days ago, I received a call from my distraught favorite cousin. She informed me that she got caught, our older cousin's daughter, who is 6, on top of her 3-year-old daughter, holding her down and licking her private area. Not knowing what to do, her first instinct was to whoop both of them. I got mad at my cousin because I believe more than a whooping needed to be done. I feel like someone may be molesting one or both of the little girls because kids do not act out sexually without someone showing them that behavior. A few of my family members are mad because I think more needs to be done, but because they're only 3 and 6, no one is listening. I informed my older cousin that her 6-year-old should not be allowed around the other kids until we figure out what is going on. Am I wrong for feeling like this, or should I let it go like everyone else? I am also a survivor of same-sex molestation. I was also molested by a boy a few years older than me, and nothing was done. I know the psychological damages sexual abuse can cause. This is why I feel strongly about this. Ooh, wow.
One of them probably could have been molested, or somebody got cable in their room.
True. Because I was going to say, just because they haven't physically seen anything like that happen don't mean they haven't caught wind of something on television or anything like that. You never know what them kids have seen.
You don't know what the mama doing. The mama,
yeah. I believe that more needs to be done than a whooping. A conversation needs to be had with them about sexuality and sex. And even though they're just 6 and 3, this is the conversation that no little 3-year-old should be getting sexually stimulated by having her private area licked. That's not normal and it's not right.
And the 6-year-old shouldn't be trying to do it.
Like, so
she don't even know why she's doing it.
Yeah, it's a conversation that most definitely needs to be had with both of them. Then there's some more digging it needs to be had of how did you see this? Why do you think there was? Oh yeah, of course, you're most definitely right that more conversation needs to be had, but you can only do so much because you're not their parent. So
and also it may be that the mom's not digging deeper into it because maybe she did witness her mama doing something.
Yeah, maybe the mama is by.
Maybe her mama's by. Maybe it could be a man.
Yeah.
And she just saw some shit. The little girl saw something that just didn't. Oh, that's deep.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I will continue to push the conversation. She should be around the other
kids though until they figure out what's going on.
And y'all need to be asking other kids, have y'all been engaged in this type of activities? And I feel sorry that you never got help for your situation as well. So I hope that you've come to terms with what happened to you, and if you have not, please seek some kind of counseling to deal with your own issues as well. And we wish you the best, and please send us an update on what happened. Sorry it took us so long to get back to you. So the next question is dick intervention. Hey Keisha and Mo, I'm 25 years old and contemplating celibacy, but I love dick. Laugh a lot, enjoy sex a lot. However, these niggas ain't shit. Can't even be a fuck buddy, correctly shaking my head. I know I want a relationship and have been settling side. Plus, I know I don't need to be with a guy that's having sex with other females as well. It's time for me to focus on my own spiritual well-being and professional growth. How do you find the strength to not have sex? I'm afraid I'll cut this guy off, which I'm already contemplating, and then get the urge for sex and slip back into old habits. I honestly don't know if I have the willpower. Thank you so much. I'm the one that's celibate. I'm celibate too. For what, a year? A month? What?
No.
If you
yo, she thinks if I text the nigga, we fucking. You don't get your. Don't get mad at me because I'm gonna use it before I lose it. I might die tomorrow.
Oh god. If you want to be, if celibacy is something that you really truly wanted to do, it would, like, loving dick ain't got nothing to do with nothing, because I love dick too, but I loved it enough to be like, child, please, I ain't thinking about that right now. So obviously I don't think you that serious about it.
She had her moments.
Everybody had their moments.
And I can tell too, because she be a monster on the phone.
Everybody had, no, but when I decided I was going to stop, I honestly stopped, and it was nothing for me to stop.
You got to get you a hobby.
Yeah, if you
or just go to sleep sometimes.
Yeah, busy, you ain't even thinking about dick. I mean, you honestly, it's just something you got to put your mind to. So, but I mean, if you just tired of niggas not being good fuck buddies or whatever, that's what's causing you to want to do this.
But you can't say,
I don't think that's a good enough excuse.
You want a fuck buddy at there? Excuse me, I'm tired of smoking. You can't say that you want a fuck buddy and then be like you don't want to mess with nobody else, cause
yeah, he just your fuck buddy. Like he ain't your man. Like you unclear about what you want. And it's been a minute since you sent us this, so God knows what had happened since then. But you just need to figure out what it is that you absolutely want, because you seem like you're a little bit all over the place. So please send us an update and let us know what you decided to do. Thank you for the question. Next one. Feeling hopeless. Hey Keisha Mo, okay, so I'm 24 years old, and for the past 4 years I was working for an insurance company making pretty decent money, but I was getting tired of the corporate world and started to see how people just get stuck there. I've always felt like I was meant to do and be something more than just 9 to 5 work, but when I told my parents this, they thought that I was being ungrateful and wanted to stay with the insurance company until I retire. But my husband was very supportive of my decision because he saw how stressed I was working in insurance. We have a 3-year-old son and another due in December. I quit my job in March, a month before I found out I was preggo, and decided to pursue the dental field and have that as a backup career, so just in case pursuing my dreams don't work out, I always have a job. I've always had dreams of being a professional stylist since I was a little girl, but the idea today seems too far-fetched to me sometimes, but there is something inside me that makes me feel like I have the potential to do anything and succeed. I've done 2 semesters at school, and now that the fall semester is coming up, my school is telling me that I have to pay out of pocket, which is money I don't have. Just being honest, I feel like a failure, and I know it's harsh to feel that way about myself, but I just feel like I don't know what to do. I've tried college many times before, and it always goes wrong. My mom told me when I was in 6th grade that she didn't think I was college material, which I thought was messed up for her to say, and I think this has always stuck with me. I'm going to be 25 in September. My husband is supporting all of us right now, so I have a little time to figure things out, but realistically, I'm just trying to see if my dreams are just a sacrifice I have to make for my children and just go back to the corporate world. At this point, I just feel hopeless with no direction. You want to take that?
I don't know if you just feeling you're having some type of emotional meltdown, something because you're pregnant or not. But I would definitely just wait, let my husband support until you have the baby. That way you can, figure out why. I mean, if you're just feeling this way now because you're pregnant. But back to, you have to, whatever it is that you dream to do, whatever it is that you're passionate about, whatever it is that you love to do, you have to do that. Because you're not going to be happy with nothing else until you work on that. Even if you get a corporate job, always work towards that, because at least if nothing, and I'm not even going to say that because I really do feel like that if you believe in yourself and you actually work and you have faith in yourself and you actually work towards your goal, I really do think that things will work out for you. But that's up to you. You can't doubt it. You cannot have an inkling of doubt if you want stuff to work out for you. But you will not be happy doing anything else until you focus on what it is that's meant for you to do. Whatever it is that you're passionate about.
Yeah, and I think that you're being way too hard on yourself. Even outside of you being pregnant right now, you're only 25 years old. Most people don't even figure out what the hell they want to do honestly, by the time they damn near 30. I mean, you're still very young, sis. So you're at the age right now where you should be contemplating trying to figure things out on what you want to do. But I do understand that you do have a family that needs to be taken care of, and that is a priority. So like Monique said, I would wait out the pregnancy, have the baby, and then at that point, hopefully, prayerfully, by then you figured out what it is that you exactly want to do. But I would not continue to spend money on school if you cannot afford it. Me and Monique have, come to the realization, and we are real life proof that you don't have to go to school to make something of yourself. I never went to school to become an author, and I'm a national best-selling author. She went and took 2 classes to make some damn cakes, and now she is world renowned for her motherfucking cake, industry or whatever. Yes, you are. Motherfuckers all over the motherfucking United States know what the fuck you are now. But that goes to show, just being a stylist, you don't have to go to school for that. If you got natural talent to know how to put an outfit together like I do,
can't no school teach you.
Can't nobody teach you how to dress.
See,
yeah,
what it is that you see.
So start freelancing. Putting it out there. This is what you want to do. Work for a damn clothing store, high-end boutique like Bergdorf, if that's where you live at, or Neiman's or Saks or whatever. Get into that field so you can get to where you want to be. Start off dressing mannequins or whatever the case may be. You got to just start figuring shit out and start making a goal for that. But like Monique said, I would continue to work a 9 to 5 in pursuance of what you want to do until you can get to do that full time. So congratulations on your pregnancy and your family, and I pray that everything works out. And please send us an update on what you decided to do. Do you want to read this one? I want to know.
Bitch, no.
Okay. Move on.
Confused as fuck. I'm tired as fuck.
Last question. Says, hey Keisha and Mo, I have been dealing with this dude, DJ, since about April. At first, I wasn't really checking for him because I had just got out of a situationship and I was just chilling. But DJ kept DMing me on Facebook. So when I was finally really over old dude, I started off just talking to DJ casually. Then we started talking on the phone for hours at a time and the conversation was great. The first time he came to visit, it was just terrible. This was our first time seeing each other since middle school and it was just weird. It was a bad idea and I learned from it. LOL. He is from my hometown, about 2 hours away from where I am now. But since then we have grown closer, a lot closer. We see each other almost every weekend. He has always came through for me when I needed him. He literally came down here and moved my entire house by himself. I was so happy because I finally had a nigga that cares about me and that I could call if I needed something. But the entire time I felt like something wasn't right. He has a daughter and every time I mentioned her, he would just get really quiet, and I brought this to his attention plenty of times. Like, why do you act weird every time I ask you about her or make a comment? Okay, but here's the issue. So this past week I was going through one of my episodes of just doubting our relationship because shit was just too perfect, and he hit me with the "you just ain't never had a good nigga" rolls eyes. So anyway, we steady going back and forth texting, and I ended up saying to him, I haven't even gave anybody else a time of day since we've been talking. Then this nigga shaking my head and recited a text message I had sent to old dude recently. Shaking my head. He must have seen it on my phone when he had came to visit the weekend before and just never mentioned it. I was so taken off guard that I just laughed a little. Now I laughed because the text really wasn't nothing, but I knew it was something to get him upset. So anyway, he ended up hanging up on me and not answering any of my calls. So through text, I explained to him the context of the text message. Still no response from him, so I got frustrated with him not answering my call. So I mentioned his baby mama and I asked him, like, so you telling the truth about everything with y'all? So I said to him, I'm about to call your baby mama to see what's up. Of course I wasn't going to for real, but I did go to her Facebook page and bitch, this bitch got a 2-month-old baby boy. At first I didn't think shit of it, but I did mention why he never mentioned that his daughter's mother was pregnant again or that she had a baby, not thinking at all that it was his baby. So I just kept scrolling, being nosy, and then I see this shit. The damn baby has his last name. My feelings was just too hurt. Even though I had already knew he was hiding some shit, I didn't think it was a whole ass baby. After I blocked this dumb ass on everything, he ended up emailing me saying that it's not his baby and that he hadn't had sex with her for the baby to be his, and the baby mama's trying to pin the baby on him because he's a good father and keep her image intact, which I don't believe, but I have heard shit like this happening before. The main reason I'm upset is because he kept this shit from me and he didn't even try to get a DNA test. He said because he didn't want to deal with the situation. So I told his ass that he had to get a DNA test, and if the baby is his, it's for sure over between me and him. But if it's not his, how do I go on with him? Or would you even allow him to make the shit to make the shit right? I don't trust his ass at all now because he kept that from me. But on the other hand, he was a good dude. He just took the test Monday, so we should have an update by Thursday, and I will let you ladies know. Thanks so much. Okay, you ain't sent us no update, so that baby must have been his.
I already knew it was his, even if you hadn't.
Yeah, leave him alone, because that actually happened to me with my child's father. When I was dating him, he already had a son with his baby mama, and she had just recently had another child that was like a month or two when I started dating him, and he would go get the oldest child, who was named DJ. That was so funny. He would go get him, and I would be in the car. He would go get the baby, but he never got the newborn, so I just assumed that the baby wasn't his because he never had the baby. But come to find out, the newborn baby was his as well. Leave him alone, girl. He is a liar. That baby is his, and even if it ain't his, why the hell he didn't take it in the first place? Leave it alone. It's just too much. You're too young for all this bullshit. Keep it moving. Keep it pushing.
Yeah, pretty much what she said. I already knew where this was going. I already knew where this shit was going. I've actually been, well, it was a situation where somebody lied and said that they mentioned their ex being pregnant, failed to mention that it was with their baby. And I'm just like, yeah, once I found out, nigga, you need to be worried about taking care of your kid, not what I'm doing.
Yeah. So leave it alone. Let us know in the update what happened, if the baby was his on paper or not, and what you decided to do. Thank you for the question. If you have a question for us or an update, please email us at since you asked one@gmail.com. We love you, and we will see you on the next video. Bye.